Hello everyone and welcome to the last week of the regular season in Excellency Esports. I'm one of your two casters. Simli will be back shortly. He had some cat issues. Zag is a very playful cat if we say it like that, but he'll be back. So I'm here to start this off alone. So it's the last week. Things will be interesting to see like how things will turn out. There will be a lot of hopefully interesting races as we what do you say it? Casting is difficult. Solo casting is difficult when it's the first time. We will hopefully have a lot of interesting races tonight. It will be take place on the Yatra planet primarily, which is the ice planet. So hopefully we see some interesting races.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Hi everyone. I
Welcome
hope
back, Simli.
everyone is fine. I just had a cat accident, don't worry. Everything is fine.
There we go. You're now visible on stream.
Ah, yeah, I'm seeing everyone. Hey everyone. Hey. Zyren, don't worry, you can be a doc in the chat. You have the right to. Tu reviens?
So, do you have any expectations for tonight?
Great matches. And a lot of surprises because of the global the average score is a pretty narrow in the back. So yeah, except a lot of stuff. And I just hope to see chaos, of course, as everyone. But no, just good matches tonight. That's all I'm asking. I mean, this is the last week before the finals, so this is still serious, but you can take it lightly. So no
Yeah,
pressure yet. Be careful on the ride.
I mean, you say no pressure yet, but I think I want to take up the like overall standings and see like how it looks for our competence.
Mm.
Because while you say it's chill, I think it's you need okay. So in order to qualify for the finals, you need to participate in at least 3 weeks.
Mhm. Yes.
As usual, cats being cats.
Yeah, don't worry. He might come back later tonight.
So
Yeah.
you need to be um, you need to be here for 3 weeks, and you need to score like well enough to get into the top 9 positions.
Hmm. Yeah.
So like at the moment, the only person who's in like on the average scoring is Green Tea, who can't make it sadly.
Yeah. Which is a shame since with its last week result, he will have make a great race score for everything, I guess.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm interested because we have Tube, whose would race his like last race
Yeah.
tonight, so he really needs to like show up and perform well, because if he drops below Amar in terms of average points, he'll just miss out the finals, and it will feel it will feel so rough when you have like the destiny
Mm.
in your own hand to just perform well.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't perform like last week because last week he was a bit down last week. So yeah, let's just hope he can do better. Especially when I mean Ama isn't threatening tonight since he isn't here. So he just has the open road to go just to go full speed and yeah to break everything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
that's really pretty interesting.
It will be interesting for sure, I think. We will see how it goes. It's gonna be tight. We have for this week. Let's hold on. Of course, it haven't updated. Welcome to life as a producer.
Promised, we changed it. We changed it, but
it
computers
should,
and stuff.
yeah.
Nice.
There we go. Look, come on. Direct. There we go. Thank you. Whoops. Now I scrolled too far. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so this week.
This week, so we are on Norvos, so yeah, I hope it's hot at your place, so we are going to cool things down, except on Thermophobia, and on it. But yeah, Norvos, the ice planet. So we are going to race on, let me count, can I count? I can count. We are going on 6 Norvos maps.
Yes.
Oh, no Jake, no, I'm sad about that. But yeah, that would be interesting maps. And yeah, I mean the 3 remaining ones, the Jatras ones, Alhatra Reverse, Naptha, and Yuri Reverse. That's good. But it's not classic Yuri. But yeah, that will be that will be a nice maps to see how opponents go, especially when we already saw some of them on the mid. What did we call it? Like the solar systems tour, so stuff like that.
Solar system ground.
No, that's the total event, but the third week. That was like the solar system too, right?
That's the solar system tour. You're correct.
Yeah. Yes. So I was right. So yeah, so we already saw some of those maps earlier during this long event, but yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see, and also to see if Cube can be better than a top 3 in the back this time. So no, that will be a great week.
I think it should be really interesting. We're gonna see some tracks we haven't seen like before, because we start off with Serpents, and as far as I remember, we haven't actually raced on Serpents.
Not during this Grand Prix, I think. Not during this tournament. But yeah, I mean, Serpent's Run, I know it's... I know a lot of racers like this map. I don't. I just don't like it. Oh, okay. I didn't want to do that. But yes, Serpent's Run, I mean, I think we'll talk about the map a bit later, but it's a narrow track and stuff. I just don't like it. I like when it's wide and open and stuff. So.
I mean, I think you have some great... What do you call it? Some great options to fight.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of like wall ride sections where you easily get shot, and let's switch over so we can actually show the. There's a lot of sections. Actually, there's one section where we can fight.
Yeah, and you really don't want to miss it. So. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that. That's cool. Okay. But yeah, as you said, there is a big area where you can fight. I mean, this big long path that you can see there, the big white one. But after that, the Scorpion will miss almost always. Like the 3 and 4 missiles just won't hit. Gatling can hit the Raptor, and the Hydra, if you're lucky enough, it can stick to the ground and hit someone. But except also if you're on the butt on someone and shooting a spearhead, but spearhead is cheating, so.
I mean,
but yeah, I don't know. It's just a map that's short to me and that doesn't feel really fast. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but
yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it's one of these tracks where where it can be difficult to, what is it, like, it don't feel, there's not a lot of speed pads, you don't feel like you're going quite fast, but the track is very,
Yeah, it's a quick one.
it's still
It's a quick one.
what do you call it, it's still a very short track, so you get a lot of, you get to do more laps to get up in town, but
Yeah, it's a pretty...
meanwhile I can show off some cool things.
nice.
Show off some paths. We have the general, like, let's show off the starting area, because I see people take 2 paths.
Yeah,
And
really interesting stuff.
the first path here to the left, it's usually one I don't take. I feel it's very bumpy, it can be very rough, and meanwhile this is the path I'd like to take. It's to the left. Yes, to the left, I guess it left. Oh well, either way, it's the left path now. You charge up a jump, you jump up into the ceiling, there are 2 great speed pads. You can jump down, you get pickups. Now, I don't think I have... Oh, we're just taking... That's very, very dumb of me. I forgot
That's fine.
to make a video of a section I wanted to show off. There's a... Like Siren was mentioning, there's a certain corner where physics can be rough, because if you're unlucky and hold on, talk simply. I'm gonna have to resolve something.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, so I don't know what she meant with that, so I'm just going with something else. Sorry about that. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know the turn that you're talking about. It's just after the 2 split section, probably, this one.
This one, yes.
Yeah, so this one you can just go on the ceiling to take
Here.
a big jump and try to fly a bit to avoid the fight that's going down. Yeah.
Actually, here's the corner.
Oh,
in
nice.
this corner,
Okay,
if you're unlucky, you can clip into geometry, and
yeah, that's a national sporting group, don't worry.
yeah, that will slow down. It will slow down your vehicle a lot. You can prevent that by actually spamming the jump button with a lot of small jump and try to like jump over the rough terrain.
Yeah, don't worry, the game isn't broken.
The game is
it's
broken,
not.
Yeah.
Serpent is though, but yeah, I mean,
like
it's an interesting path. Yeah.
We have the two paths here. The lower path, which is slightly faster, and then the higher path that is safer. So, I would say for slightly slower. It can be rough if you get shot down from that corner.
Yeah.
From there, but
you can lose a lot of speed.
Yeah.
But it would be I mean, even if I don't like this map, I know it will be pretty interesting because those racers know how to race compared to me. So so you'll see a true show. And it's already started. Okay, let's go.
So
someone already fell. Ah, nice rocks there. Shadow with its Delorian. Nice colors, I like that.
Meanwhile, if you're a siren, you probably say it don't look that good, to put it mildly, and safe for the stream. Siren does not approve of Shadow's paintwork at all.
Oh. Aww. Why not?
Meanwhile, Rudy's off to a hot start.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can keep this position.
Ooh. Yeah, they're just a classic start, don't worry.
Yeah.
And Green is first. So already say 70%. Ooh. That hurts. And he didn't take an air blade for this.
No.
Huh. I don't know what's the best on this map, to be honest.
I think air blades are faster and easier, but I like rollers, because if you get shot in this big open section, it can be really nice to like slow down, like mitigate some combat damage, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's like, ooh, oh, no, not there. Ah. But I mean, that's the only way where you can fight. So I know that might have been a risk to take. But I mean, I'm not Soul, so he does play what he wants. We saw Redbird going up from the back of the pack, and he's already sixth. And I mean, that's good for him.
I mean,
And yes, Soul is unfortunately last right now. Yeah, go ahead.
currently in the lead right, Shadow, followed by Cube and Green Tea.
I mean, if Cube can continue to do results like that, it can be really, really interesting with the results we see after the tournament.
I mean, if he can secure... He needs 28 points, if I did the math correct. He needs 28 points in order to qualify for the finals. So that's like the big benchmark, and getting, as of now, second place is... how do you say it? Getting second place is a good way there, because you get 8 points straight off the bat. Then you just need 20 points in the remaining 8 races. That should be doable. Meanwhile, we're watching Aura, trying to...
yeah, Aura playing with VR, as always. Hey, he's performing really, really well, though.
Yeah. He's currently in, like, just in the middle with Red Beard, Green Tea.
Fighting for the 5th place.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Gotta check. How is it looking in the front?
Yeah, I mean, Shadow is just on time trial right now. I mean, she's close with everyone, though, but she's pretty safe.
Yeah. Redbeard having rough time. Like, it's a nice recovery, but getting shot there, it hurts.
Alright, and you don't want to reset there since it will go. It will put you far in the back. So he made the right call by just going straight forward, like I mean, Academy. If you watch that from an external point of view,
we have a charged assassin coming in. Coming for...
nice.
We say Shadow's at 87. And here comes, I think this is Soul's Disruptor. This should be Soul's... Yeah, this is Soul's.
Yeah.
Very smart holding on to it. Until like the end, trying to get as many people up. Ooh, that's a kill for Twin Mill.
Twin!
K-Mac being in a...
kill. Nice. Keep going.
This is very, very tight. Like, Shadow is still in first place. Looks like she will secure it. Looks like Red is... Red. Ooh, nice. Red just barely make it.
Oh, whoa, nice. He's not happy apparently.
Yeah, that's... I mean, that's a first race.
Yeah. Okay, so Aura... that's fine. I just missed 4 people.
It's fine, we will get.
Everything is fine. And we go. Oh, in 3 spots. Perfect. Right now, I'm sure I can't mess up. That's wrong.
You said it.
It's a really green tea.
So... Welcome to Production Hell.
English accent broken. It's
and I'm trying to... No, sorry, we don't see Cube. Cube is we're currently having some... should be resolved. Cube says it's resolved.
Okay.
Double check.
Okay.
Of course I don't see.
That's fine.
It's as usual. Welcome to production. Meanwhile, FIC Outpost Reverse. How do you... I really like this track. There's a lot of great... lot of great spots to fight on. There's a lot of... I would not say
Yeah,
tight
lot of
corners, but
turns.
tricky corners.
Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty technical map, I think. Maybe one of the most technical FIC rivers. I won't say more than FIC, just FIC, because FIC is FIC, but yeah, I think to it that it's a great map. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the first time we will see our races on this map during this event. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, because I have the memory of a goldfish, but
It have appeared.
but
What's
I
it called?
think it's not.
It have appeared twice before.
Oh.
No, it had appeared once before, and this would be the second time. So,
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we had a classic FIC on the solar system too. Okay.
yeah. But I mean, it will be. I'm hyped for this map because I think it's a.
Yeah, a lot happens usually on those
Yeah.
maps.
There's
On
usually a
this
lot
map.
to happen. A lot of things happening. There's a. It has a lot of different paths.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Everyone has its favorites. You'll see a lot of people going on the left, doing the big canyon on the right of the screen right now. Going on the left just to be safe from the fight, or just go into the canyon just to maybe try to follow someone who's smoking, who's packaged just to get 1 point. So yeah, we'll see a lot of interesting stuff on that. It will be a pretty fun to see and to watch, and I hope our racers will have fun too. Except, of course, if they end last, but that's the hard law of the race, so that's just how it goes. So, yeah.
One thing while we wait for the racers to show up, I want to show off the final section of the track.
Oh yeah.
Because there's like 3 different paths that you can take that I see what people don't take. So let's show off the first one to the left. This path requires a good, are not suited for tanks, I would say. Not suited for tanks, suited for more mobile vehicles, like the speedsters, some aggressors, because it requires a good grip and a tighter steering radius than most tanks can handle.
Yeah.
It's also quite bumpy. So you take this path here to the left, you hit 3 speed pads, and if the pickup's still there, you can get it. It's not as fast as you would think, but it's slightly faster if you can hit all of the speed pads and just zoom out into the next lap.
And the pickup can be really helpful if you have a firestorm just to catch up on everyone. So that's a big deal. That's a great risk to take, in my opinion, to go on the left.
Meanwhile, the middle path is like, I would not say easy, but it's easy. It's a medium difficulty. It's usually the path you should take if it's the final lap. Just because the left path, you save more time on the left path when you start the next lap, because you're coming to the next lap with higher speed. And the final path is up into this tunnel. Up here there is a what do you call it? There's a guaranteed missile in this in this
tunnel. Yeah,
exactly. So
it's just say hi to the bot in the chat. I don't know if a mod is up, but
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I mean, you already have a lot to take care of, though.
I know.
So
and there I popped it out. Okay. Can I get back the mod view? No, thank you. Okay. Either way,
I have no problem.
How do we feel like with the rest of the
I mean, we just have to wait for our racers to land on the planet, and can be pretty,
Yeah.
pretty charged in the space right now since holidays are almost there. So, not really. Just a lot of people want to go on Norvos for its coolness, just to avoid the warm and the heat on Earth. So, don't worry about that. The spaceship should land soon.
So, while we talk, like, go over. We have the like 2 big sections, you know, where you can either race on the up here, and the. Which of these paths do you prefer?
Oh, that honestly depends on the situation. If I see a lot of people going on the right, then I'm going straight into the canyon, just because I don't want to be in the middle of everyone bumping at each other and stuff.
Yeah.
But if I can take it, I will, because there are free pickups. Free pickups and not free pickups. There are free pickups, and I don't know. It feels shorter than the canyon. I mean, I know it's speed talking is almost the same, but yeah, I don't know.
I really like I think the lower path is slightly faster, but
yeah, because of
like
the
you said,
speed pads. Yeah,
like you said, if you see a lot of people going to the lower path and it's like the final lap, I definitely think it's a good idea to avoid all of the people and, like you said, go up into take the higher path, take it a little bit safer.
Yeah. It's a real just I won't say mathematics, but it's just something you have to think really fast when you end of course when you finish to run into the tunnels. I mean, my English was already broken last week. I think it will be worse this week. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so is the goal for the final? You speak French and I speak Swedish, and no one will understand anything.
Okay, perfect. We just have to find someone English, and it will be good. I can't imagine the mess that would be in our spectators' ears. Like 3 people speaking at the same time, but not in the same language. That would be awful. But yeah, if you want me to commentate a race just in French, don't worry, I'm here. I can do that if you want. Maybe not tonight, though.
Maybe not tonight.
Okay, so... Oh yeah, that spaceship is pretty slow to land on Norvos. I think there is some issues with paperwork and stuff. Not really everyone has its space passport. But, I mean, I hope everyone has his space passport. But,
yeah. I think we should just...
Different from non-creepers. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Hopefully we'll get into... I mean, why wait? Because I'm very curious.
Yeah.
This should be the correct... How are we... It is the correct, but we haven't... Hold on. We want standings. There we go. So... There we go, okay. So, after the first race, really nice to see Rudy get in the good position at the start.
Yeah, Rudy was used to have a great start, but usually he is not really good at fighting, and he just go in the back. I mean, we saw that during the last weeks, unfortunately. But yeah, Rudy did really good. Oh, he started. Nice. They landed. Perfect.
Welcome to the race, everyone. We're now ready to take off. So...
Yes, really. Everything is run by professionals. So, we have T-Cube with its Fury there. Spearhead, shooting at it. Shooting, jumping, and shooting. But did he hit? Ooh! Nice one! That was a long shot. But that was a nice rack too.
if you're a cube here, I think it's nice that you nail the landing, because when you shoot the spearhead, your vehicle flips up.
Yeah.
And if you do that mid-air, you will start doing backflips.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's really important to keep in mind where and when you shoot them.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with you with that. Ooh, a lot of free there, I can understand. I mean, it's
Meanwhile,
yeah, one of the best vehicles. Ooh, Soul! Nice view from Blue Aura.
I think if Red's what is it called? If I can feel it, if Red doesn't do well, like in the Excellency tournament, don't worry, Red. That acrobatic trick was amazing. I'm sure any circus will be like, yes, we need another acrobatic person. That was
Yeah.
really nice.
And it's already 10 side points, which I need right now. So let me just fill in the score sheet. No, no, of course not. But yeah, that was pretty impressive. Shadow being second, still solid as
Currently
always.
chasing K-Mac.
Yeah. I mean, and you know how K-Mac can be dangerous, so.
I mean, he's currently doing well in this race. Should be fine. Oh, this is one of the things that can be so frustrating, where I think everyone wishes we had like ghosting upon respawning, because if someone just respawns right in front of you and you don't react in time, you will hit their rear and just lose a lot of speed and momentum, and it sucks.
Yeah. Oh, Sol being quite good there. 4th, 5th place. That's nice. Let's hope he can keep it. For the 2 next maps, Redbeard. Shoot for a shot with a raptor. Ooh, yeah. Nice.
Sol hit the side of Red and got the extra steering momentum and stir up the wall. That's an Airblade classic if I've ever seen one, but
Yeah.
it happens. We're still on we're on lap 3 at the moment. He's currently in the back, but
he has time. He has time.
he definitely has time to get back, I think. Oh, that's one kill for Aura.
Blue Aura.
Onto Redbeard. It's not the end of the world for Red, but it can be rough for him as he ends up in last position because of that death.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought he was far beyond. I'll find the infos, but not at all.
Meanwhile,
okay, so Shadow still chasing K-Mac. They are pretty close.
They are close. I think right now it's K-Mac, it's Shadow, it's Twin Mill, and it's Cube that are have quote-unquote gotten away from the pack. So I think it comes down to those three, who will end up in what position.
Yeah, totally. Shadow really focused on that camera, just trying to pray for a firestorm there. Oh,
these look like auras. What is it called?
Yeah.
Red charging an assassin. I think this might be the demise of K-Mac.
Yeah, that can be really dangerous for him. Maybe Shadow can take advantage of that, but I wouldn't have done that if I was Redbeard. He had a firestorm, so I think I would have preferred to use the firestorm before charging it. Soul, reset.
He's resetting, but is it enough? No, the assassin is too late. Shadow having a shield blocking everything from Twin Mill.
So, K-Mac, Shadow, Twin Cube.
Cube inching over, and both Red and Sol having a rough game this time around. I think that death hurt Red more than I thought it would do.
Rudy.
So, welcome to our next track in the list. Is the one that I like to call consistency phobia. Its name is actually thermophobia, but I like to call it consistency phobia just because we have that one tunnel exit. And if you're not consistent there, your lap time will vary between like somewhere around like 50 seconds all the way up to like 1 minute and 15 seconds if you crash. It's
best name. That's the best name for this map. We should ask for a petition just to rename it Consistency Phobia, but I don't think that will fit the label in the Unreal Engine. But yeah, Thermophobia is a great map designed at first as Acrophobia Reverse, and well, I mean, it starts like Acrophobia Reverse, then it changes like everything up. And it's one of the greatest map to race on, in my opinion. One of the most open, most cool looking at, and more words that are not existing. But yeah, I just like this map. There is just like 1 or 2 paths that are pretty hard to take if you get shot at. But it's yeah, it's a really good track. And I think we'll see some rage on this one. I mean, it's thermo. There can't be any thermophobia without anyone raging.
So when I talked about when I said the tunnel exit can be the bane of many people, let's show it off. And let's show off how I do it. So this is the dreadful tunnel exit into like a normal jump. Now, that's how it goes when it goes well, and let's break down what did I do. So right here, I tried to hold far right, trying to aim for. There's a pickup that you can see the green orb to the right. I aim to have my right wheels hitting that pickup. Then I charge up a jump, and I jump diagonally into the tunnel as I am about to hit the pickup, just before the ramp. This way, you will hit the tunnel, one of the tunnel sides, so you don't start spinning around, you don't have a lot of issues where you can't control your vehicle, and this way you can just safely drive out of the pipe in a straight line, and you will most of the time just land it perfectly.
Yeah, it's way easier to say than to do. Especially when you are a lot in the tunnel.
Yeah, if you mess it up, you will, and are unlucky, you will start spinning around in the pipe, and if you're unlucky, your vehicle might fly out in an exit that sends you up towards the sky. And then it can be really rough to recover as you're helplessly flying in the sky.
Yeah, but don't worry, usually you see your death coming, so what you do is just you reset. So, I mean, the only issue with resetting at this spot is that it's resetting you right before the tunnel, so you are losing a lot of time, but you will lose a lot of time anyway, you know, so it's a lose-lose in any cases. Yeah, don't talk about your furry like that, please. No, they're just talking about the furries and stuff that they are calling furries because haha funny, but
yeah.
Oh, talking about cars, what do you think they would take on this one?
I usually see a... what is it called? I think we'll see a lot of speedsters. Usually people like to take it safe, but I like aggressors. I mean, the more you play the game, the more you really realize that top speed is among the best stats in the game, alongside what do you call it? Alongside stability.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just coming back up. I just have to do something.
So, while we wait for the racers, let's show off a little trick. Where I see a lot of, like, in this section, there's a half pipe here to the left that we can usually, you need to experiment a little, because the angle you need to hit it depends on the vehicle, but you can just hit the half pipe in a correct angle, and you will have enough speed coming out of it that you will just, what do you say, fly into the, come down, hit the 2 speed pads, and exit this section in a really, really high speed. And while it might not save a lot of speed for, like, speedsters that can just brake, take the inside, take it slow, I highly recommend it for aggressors and faster vehicles who don't have as good acceleration. And this will be interesting because the first section of the track, where you can go left and right, here's where you see a lot of people get just slammed off the track as everyone tries to take a different path.
Nice dodge there from Cube.
Really nice dodge from Cube. I like it.
Okay, so I mean, I think I saw Cube saying, imagine if someone did a charge shield somewhere there. So yeah, we know what's happening to Cube. Don't worry, we know where you will put it. Because I mean, I remember you that Cube is there just for one thing. It's for chaos, and he does it really, really well.
Yeah.
So you already saw that on it. Ooh, okay. No, okay, not that bad. That's fine.
On my end, I saw what happened to Twinmill, and he had a bad tunnel exit into an assassin hitting him, and it looked so rough.
Ooh.
Yeah, welcome to one of the big problems with Thermophobia, where you can be, if you get hit a lot, or if you get desync slammed a lot, you will get pushed off the track and lose a lot of time as you have to reset.
Yeah, and I think it's worse on this map than it's on Acrophobia.
Unlike
Acrophobia,
where we'll see Acrophobia coming up, but on Thermo there's actually quite a lot of pickups evenly spread out through the track, so we see a lot more combat on Thermo.
Yeah, true. Since half of Acro has no pickups, but anyway.
Meanwhile, Aura is currently chasing Shadow for first.
Oh, yeah.
Aura is currently second, Shadow is first with them.
Oh, Twin and Blue fighting.
Twin and Blue is currently fighting. We saw Twin list Aura with a 5-storm. This is a no.
Too bad.
Just missing the ramp. It can be.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know what Shadow said.
I mean,
it was in 3 words, but I can't repeat that. But,
I'm impressed that. Okay, never mind. The Shadow is dead. That's 1 kill to K-Mac.
Nice. I mean, not for Shadow, but for K-Mac, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, Red Build there, being 7th with a Disruptor, and there is still 2 left to go, so that's fine. He's not really in danger.
Not yet.
And...
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, not bad.
So, Twin Miller and K-Mac is in first position, followed by Aura, and I would say all races are quite evenly spread out, but
yeah. Yeah, it's but they're taking some advantages though. So okay, so Sol apparently laughing at him. Okay, I mean that's fine. That means he's having fun. Ooh, what happened to TQ there? I saw him on the rocks in the canyon. But okay. He might have messed up.
Seems like some internet issues for Cube. That's
Yeah.
Apparently I also joined the game while I was in it. Welcome to Small.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a great multiplayer. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything is ooh, a bit.
Oh no.
Ah,
This is,
the
I think,
reset was slow.
the reset was slow and I think you could have done it faster, but we have Aura, we have currently trying to chase Twin Mill, who's getting chased by K-Mac.
Mm-hmm.
I probably
Yeah.
could have worded that
Ooh.
way better.
What? Was that an auto reset plan? I don't think he wanted to reset there.
I don't think he might not
Huh.
have known it. I'm not sure. How
Yeah,
are things? Meanwhile, Shadow is just behind.
Yeah, just behind Blue Aura.
Yeah.
I mean, and she has the mean with its car to go faster. So.
I mean, yes, but you also need to pick up. There's
No
currently no
weapons.
pickups.
Ah.
Solav.
Okay. So.
Okay. Solav's having a really rough time. Looks like Twin Mill clutched it out with K-Mac just behind him.
Blue Red third. Nice.
Yeah, that's red ending with. Yeah, that's a race. Unfortunately for Cube having some
There's some issue with this game apparently.
Yeah, it is unfortunately, and while I don't wish anyone to have like PC problems, I sadly cannot do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially when it happens so late in the race. I mean, if it happens at the beginning of it, we can still make a redo. But
yeah.
But yeah, if it's a long time issue, it will be pretty rough.
What after we... I can't remember. We had a kill as well, right?
Yeah, there was a kill there. Yeah. But for K-Mac for this one.
Right. Meanwhile, let's introduce a track that another track we haven't seen, which is one I think a lot of people rate really highly, which is Frigid.
Yeah.
I think it's
it's a really good map.
It really is. There's a lot of paths to take on this track. There's a lot of small optimizations that just saves a ton of time.
And there is also an instant kill feature that doesn't happen for everyone at the same time because synchronization is weird. But
yes.
Yeah, that's the restriction.
Let's
at
show
the end
it
of the track. Yeah. You have it. Okay, good.
I have it. Welcome to the ice block. There are two ice sections that hold this big ice block down, and then it comes. You shoot them down, it comes crashing down, and when that happens, anyone who's caught
it's called just in its extent.
just beneath it instantly dies. While it won't result in any kills for anyone because it's considered like non.
Yeah, it's a hazard kill though, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean there is something that's pretty weird is that the block can be out for some people, but some others don't have it down. So that's a really weird feature. We might see that tonight because I know racers like to shoot it. So
yeah, let's show off one of the areas where I see a lot of people take a slower path than necessary, but the fastest path is also quite tricky to take. So we have this first off, we have what's considered the tank path. I show it off because it exists and I don't see people take it, but at the same time I don't really recommend the people taking it because while there's a lot of speed pads, you achieve a lot of like top speed. There's no pickups and it's actually quite slow. Then you come into the outside of this up climb turn and you go on the outside. The more optimal path that you should take is going on the inside. You need to do a quick like handbrake to start drifting through the first turn. Then when you come here, this is where you need to brake and take this like upside climb very very tight, because there are two very strong speed pads on the inside of this turn. You hit them and you gain a lot of speed. When you first see this track, you wonder like, why would I ever take such a tight turn, like that tight? There's like, you lose so much speed. There's like, yes, there's two speed pads, but they shouldn't really make that big of a difference, but they do. The speed pad, the first speed pad especially, is so strong. It's really really strong. It gets most people back up to speed instantly, and it's highly recommended if you're in one of the speedsters, which actually are the preferred class for this track.
Yeah, because of its tight turns, the jumps and stuff. It's preferred, yeah, to take a lighter car than the classic aggressors.
Yeah.
But I think we'll still see some DeLoreans because the DeLorean is a great car.
Yeah.
Just for it. And I mean, maybe a Jackal from O1 and from Blue Rev.
Or I will probably go with this usual Jackal, but the other thing I want to show off is the two paths you can take. It's the
big jump section.
I mean, I can show off the big jump. We can show off the big jump, because there is a lot of jumps. There's a lot of exits you can take here. So you come into this section with a lot of fans, and from here there is a lot of paths you can take. First off is the path that I take, that more or less only I take, because
because only you can do it?
because only, yeah, more or less only I know how to take it. You go up here to the right, there's a speed pad, and then you steer fastly down back to the ground.
Oh, so there is something there. Oh, okay. We're discovering new stuff today.
Yeah, that's currently the currently it's the fastest path at the moment that's been discovered, but it's also quite tricky because you need to nail the landing, and if you get a bad landing, you can spin out. If you try to go down, let's rewind the tape a little bit. Right here, if you try and exit it too narrow, you can hit this how do you call it? Like the edge of the
edge.
you can hit one of the roads. You can hit you can hit something and you can spin out, and that loses a lot of time. So I would say it's a high risk, high reward. It's a tricky landing. The second path is the one I see most people take. You go up to the left, you grab two speed pads, you jump down to the ice block. You just get down.
Yeah. And there is the stupid people path. You just jump and you enjoy your flight.
I haven't
even.
I actually didn't show it off because you can go up into the ceiling and go to the other side of the ice block. And there is a big wall that you can jump, that you can land onto.
Okay.
You
have it there. You have the jump there.
I have the jump in the preview video because it's the easiest way to take it without the vehicle flipping over 500 times and making making
That's true.
everyone
That's
confused.
true.
I would say disoriented. The big jump is not recommended because it's the slowest
slower.
option. You are, what do you call it?
More exposed to attacks. Maybe?
Exactly, more exposed to attacks, and I think that's the big reason why I don't like it. You're really exposed to getting shot. If you get shot, you will have a rough time.
I mean, you are exposed, but you can attack a lot by being in the air too. So but that's that's a lose-win situation in my opinion. But I totally agree. This path sucks, but since I suck too, I like to take it.
I mean, it's fun. It's great if you're doing ultimate. Actually, if you do ultimate, you don't take that path. You take the super left path at the end because there's 500 small jumps and you get 2 billion points for just bumping all over the place non-stop and losing half a minute. Back into the race.
Yeah, nice speed there from Jura, who made a lot of range damage. Let's say position damage to kick him.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I taught Shadow how to take this path. Let's see, can she pull it off?
And
that's what I talked about in the preview. If you get
that's fine. Okay.
If you hit the ceiling when you try to exit it, you can spin out, and that can be really rough.
Zaron in the chat saying Shadow took my Dominator strat. I mean, she's taking from the best, so you know. Redbeard. Okay, that was a nice, a bad path. Sorry, not a nice, but yeah, I mean he's not last, so that's still good. So Shadow, T-Cube, K-Mac, and Rudy being in the top. Ooh, Shadow, I think took a bad missile there, since she dropped out second from 6th now, 5th. So yeah, pretty rough race yet for Shadow. But I mean, T-Cube for himself is really good right now.
Wait, so I have a disruptor, the pickup that slows down everyone in front of you, and a... what do you call it? And an assassin coming in. I don't think the assassin was charged, but people still caught up quite a bit.
Yeah. No, Zarin, I'm not saying that you're better than Yuri now, but in this tournament, you are the best. So, Shadow is his inspiration from the best of this tournament in you. Come on. No. I think Ryu still beats you, don't worry.
Not even appearing on the stream and still getting flamed. Welcome to Siren's life.
Okay, so Soul is a bit bad right now. Yeah, taking a free there I think wasn't a smart choice.
I really don't like air blades on this track.
Yeah, agreed.
I think there's a lot of people that don't, because Frigid is all about these tight corners, maintaining speed. Like Frigid has like everything Airblades dislikes.
Yeah.
In like a single track.
Mm-hmm.
But Sol gets a good beating on Aura. Ooh. Okay, he saved it. He saved it.
Okay. Ooh, nice one. Plus 5 star point there. Okay, Redbeard 6th. Oh, he's fighting hard in the back. K-Mac is first, right? I have the pixel screen there, so...
K-Mac is currently first, straight after, followed by Cube. I'm starting to mix up my play names. So...
Nice.
Seems
Last
like
lap
it's...
already.
Yeah. Seems like it's Cube followed by... what do you call it? It's K-Mac, it's Cube, and then there's a huge gap between Shadow and Twinmill.
Did Blue die? Was it Blue?
Blue died. He destroyed himself. Which is a smart...
Okay.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Denying some points, but...
Yeah, doing that in the last lap might not have been the smartest pick though, but...
Oh, hold on. Oh no, Cube taking the big jump off. Let's see.
Whee!
Losing... There's a lot of small... What do you call it? There's a lot of small ice blocks that you can hit that slows you down if you hit them, but they hide a pickup beneath. Looks like K-Mac will secure first place. Cube getting
Okay,
second.
so...
Shadow with double spearheads. Rogue is just...
third.
Seems like
Okay.
Redbeard caught up. Oh. Come on, Sol, come on.
Redbeard not happy
Can you...
there.
No. Ah, that's... I don't think Sol noticed that it was the final lap.
Ah, probably, yeah.
Because I think that if he
Yeah,
noticed that it was the final lap, I'm sure he would have gone for green tea. Trying to get at least 1 kill or just slightly better position at the end.
I agree. So, who was I missing? Okay, so to there.
So, coming up, we have the highest difficulty that is available in this game. It's called Acrophobia. Wait, it's also a track?
Nah.
Nah.
No, that's not Acrophobia. Come on. Come on. Constructed chaos exists. We're not resting on it, but constructed chaos exists, and it's far, far worse than Acrophobia. And you know it.
So, we have seen this track quite a few times now, and we talked about it previously that it's the forward version of
Thermo.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah, there is just a novel volcano there, so that's the perfect map for summertime. It can be pretty refreshing. Or winter, I mean, if you like to ski, but...
I like to ski.
I never did, actually.
But how do you like... Acrophobia is the...
Well,
What
I
do you call
have a
it?
relationship with Acrophobia, which is like Sprawl. And you know how much I love Sprawl, but
Yeah.
how Sprawl hates me. So that's actually the same with Acrophobia. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great track. There is... I won't say the sentence with pickups because you know what I'm going to say, but there is just not a lot of fights on this map. But it's a pretty technical track, which is pretty short. And
Yeah.
it's a really, really good one. I just wished that some kind of shortcut should exist, but that something that was planned, but that was never done because it was apparently way too difficult to balance, I think so.
So, while we may not have a... What do you call it? A shortcut, we have like the faster path. But also, like you said, it's a tricky map, so with high speed comes a lot of trickiness.
Mm-hmm.
We
As
have
said, a wise man, with great speed come great responsibilities with your vehicle.
Yeah.
So
we have the... You start off with the left path.
yeah, sorry for the tail on the camera.
Cats. So we have the left path. It is the fastest path, but also it comes with great risks. There's a speed pad coming up here to the right, just below this crest. So the big problem you have when taking this path is staying on the track. And
yeah, don't take an blade if you want to take the red path.
You said this last time as well, and I'm still so tilted. Airblades are great on this track.
Don't worry, it's fine. I mean, you want to see the cat? I don't think you will be able to see it pretty good, but up, little cat there. Say hello. Nah?
Hello. So, how do you... Okay. getting back onto the this path, you want to swirl up as far out as you can onto the left side, and this way you can, when the crest comes, you can swirl over to the right side, hit the speed pad. Don't just fly out of the crest as it starts going downhill, and hit the proper landing. And this is the fastest path to take out of these two. The safer, slower, and easier path to take is the straight path. You more or less hold forward, and yeah, you take it.
Easier. It's easier to take the right path. Psst, 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 psst. That doesn't work on it. Nah, I mean, my cat just comes when he wants hugs and when he wants food. So that's just a cat. That's just your classical cat.
That's your classical cat. What do you expect, like, vehicle-wise? I expect a lot of
speedsters.
Same.
Speedsters.
Same.
I mean, of course, if you can have an aggressor and you can have a clear path, you will take an aggressor, but that won't happen. So you have to take a speedster just to get back really fast on the track. And if you lose a lot of speed, you want to dominate or shit like that.
I really like taking a what is it called? Taking a speedster as well, just because there is quite a few like sharp turns. There are some. There are some sharp turns. There is a lot of like. You want acceleration. You want good turning radius. I think they are great on this track.
Oh, and of course, Redbeard is making us slide perfect. With its active Fury.
I also think this is the track where you should pick an airblade. Because one of the
Soul.
Like mentioned last time, Acrophobia is one of the tracks where there's quite a few pickups.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of sections where having the additional range can help you out.
Yeah, that's true.
As long as you don't take the straight path, because then your airblade would stick up onto the higher path and just, I'm gripping onto the higher path.
Yeah. Okay, so Soul. Oh, who failed? I think Twin did. Soul 2. Okay, never mind. Yeah. That's, I mean, that's just Acrophobia 3 is the first lap. And, oof!
Oh.
Okay, whoa, that's a clear view from the right side. Okay.
This is one of the, like, we've talked about the last section of Acro being quite rough, and you can see it here because if you know how to take that path, you can save a lot of time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it seems like K-Mac have gotten quite a decent lead already here up in the second lap.
Yeah, I mean, K-Mac is really, really good on Acrophobia. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the earliest maps, so that makes sense. We had a lot of time to try an Acrophobia and to scream about it while testing the game. So yeah, that makes sense. Nice cut there from Cube, pretty safe. Nice one.
I wanna say because I can quite a decent precise lead. I would say almost slightly above 1 kilometer lead. Almost 100. Yeah, that's more like 2 kilometers lead. Almost 2 kilometers ahead of both Aura and Twin. No, both Aura and Cube.
Shadow is having trouble with this one.
So far, I still think she can make it, but
yeah,
I don't think she'll make it into top positions. It will require a lot of assassins in order to catch up to K-Mac at this point.
Yeah, agreed. But I mean, she's still able to grab at least 2 points. So
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, there is only green tea, and she can see him, so. Okay, nice way to charge an assassin there. Oh, nice jump for Red Bean there.
I
Okay.
would. I really like the. What do you say? The charged.
Behead?
The charged Ram Raider from
Yeah.
on this track. So the normal Ram Raider shoots out a straight line railgun that launches people into the air. The upgraded version pushes everyone around you away from you towards the sides while giving you a speed boost.
Yeah.
And you don't need to aim, you don't need to. You can just take the speed boost, you just gun for it, and you push everyone away from you. And since this is the equivalent to Rainbow Road, there's nothing on the edges, so everyone will just fall off, be forced to reset back onto the track.
Yeah. And imagine that once upon a time, those two were reverted. So yeah, the current Ram Raider was the charge version. So that was a mess.
That was a mess.
Ooh, bit of layer from Blue Aura, but a nice jump there.
Races ended based off who got the first. What do you call it? That's rough, Soul. That's so rough.
Yeah.
Acro is like one of these tracks where if you're new, you hate it.
Yeah. I mean, we can see it pretty clear there.
If you're new, you hate it, and when you get better at it, you like it more and more because you know how to take it.
The jump. Where was it?
There's so many like tips, tricks you can do that makes.
There is a lot of little optimization to do there. So.
Seems like there's a lot of things happening in the back.
Red. No.
Looked like what do you call? Looked like Rudish was on his way to shooting himself back to first. Really nice jump of Red to jump back onto the track. Oh, Green Tea hit Cube and Cube didn't have anything. Can he... Wait, did... No, okay. It looked like Green Tea fell out of the track.
Oh, crap. I mean, that's good.
But they didn't. It just looked like that.
Okay, so Green Tea, a Cube...
That was a... Siren saying he likes everything in the final jump on Acrophobia, and I think that's...
I can agree with that, I can agree
with that as well.
But I can agree. Ooh, K-Mac taking a big lead with this new win. Yeah, K-Mac is on fire today. That's cool.
Let's bring up the standings. We have...
Yeah, we have K-Mac first with 41 points in front of Twin Mill, which has only 31 points. Shadow with 30, Cube with 23, so he's almost at the 28 you were talking about earlier. I mean he didn't, so I thought this was 0.
No, that's 1 point because you came last. Because you were still there for the race.
Okay, good.
It's 0 points if you don't start.
Okay, got it.
Reading comprehension.
Okay, good. Don't worry, that's fine. We are professionals.
Welcome.
Anyway, Blue Aura with 19, spared or squared equaled to Rudy with 19 points, Red Beach just behind with 18, Green Tea 16, and Soul with 5 points at the 5th map, unfortunately, but I mean, he's one of the new guys, so that's normal. He's doing his best, and he's doing pretty good for a new player.
I think, I mean, okay, so K-Mac is K-Mac is currently coming out swinging with a big lead, but Twin Mill, Shadow and Cube are quite close together, then Aura, Rudy, Redbeard, and Green Tea are also very close in the standings.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think Cube have should be able to advance with this. He performed really well during Serpent's FIC and Frigid, and he should be able to get at least the required points to just make it into the finals.
I think too. Yeah, I think the Cube will have its spot for the final. And yeah, Cube Red is having a really rough time this week, unfortunately. But let's hope he can do better with the next 4 races. So.
Yes, whose fault that is. I mean, I would say that's my fault.
It's Aaron Jesus' fault, don't worry.
For picking horrible tracks. I think it's rough because, if you have a lot of tracks that you're not that comfortable with, it can be a rough weekend.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what week did we see where. Oh, it was the second week during Yatra where Red ended up in second place.
Oh, yeah, so that's good. I mean, we have 3 races on Yatra after that, so
yeah,
that may be good.
That may be good. We will see. This might be Red's comeback.
Yeah. I mean, we trust you, Redbeard. We trust you, don't worry.
So
it's really fun.
Coming up, we have
Lit.
We have Lit.
I mean, I have a French speak for that, but lit, like it's written, it's a bed for us. So that was useless, but at least now you know that Ali, it's a bed. You're welcome. So yeah, lit is chaos map with, of course, Redbeard will do his charge shield move if he can get it in the tunnel. We'll see after that. He already did it, so that won't be a surprise.
We will see. We will see. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. Lit is one of these tracks that's, I would say, it's while quite simple. There's a few tips and tricks here that can really we can make up time. Also, this section right here that we see on the preview is the
Yeah,
if you have, like we talked on Acrophobia, the Ram Raider pickup, where you shoot the railgun missile straight down and it launches people into the air. Here we're upside down, so you will just meet your strike people into the lava and force them to reset. We like cats.
Yeah, I know.
So this is one of the sections where you need to be careful from the persons behind you, especially on the final lap.
Yeah, Redbeard, use your rage. Do like a Saiyan in Dragon Ball and use your rage to perform well. Wait, no! This stupid cat launched OBS with my sprint deck. You have a big ass little cat, you know that? A big fat butt. Big cat. Anyway, yeah, what car do you think we'll see on this map?
I think we'll see I think a lot of aggressors, I think a lot of a mix of speedsters and aggressors. I think what do you call it? I think Speed Series is great if you're not feeling that comfortable while
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Aggressors can be a bit...
aggressors are
bit
faster,
too
but they can
heavy.
be trickier because
Mm.
you have the what do you call it? You have the first.
The
Oh, wait,
first turn?
the first turn.
The,
Thank you.
yeah, the hairpin, yeah.
The hairpin. It's quite simple. If you want to take it fast, it goes out to the left, take it tight. You brake a lot to make sure that you can exit with high speed. But another section is the first tunnel exit, first tunnel entrance.
Mm.
I usually grind up onto this blue barrier, have my vehicle flip up, and just ride it out. There's a speed pad up in the ceiling that you can take. Right there. Let's get back and see. There we go. So you don't really, while this speed pad may be, what do you call it? Not
appealing?
appealing to take, it's not actually the fastest.
Mm.
It's actually recommended to just stay stable, be stable, and what do you call it? Go into the middle.
To center yourself?
Center yourself, try not to bounce. Yeah.
Oh, Soul. Oh, nice there. There's just from Soul there.
Come on, you have K-Mac in first, the Ice Scorpion.
Mm-hmm. Really dope one. And good thing for them, they are in front of Cube.
I don't think
good.
Cube will.
No, yeah, he wouldn't have the resources to do it. No.
It would also hold up everyone in front of him, so
yeah,
that would be guaranteed, like guaranteeing someone's position, and no. That's really dumb.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
he will just do that on the point. But yeah, Redbeard is nice.
Redbeard and Sol are just trying to desperately pass each other, but it's probably the usual.
Oh, nice dissing there. I like. Okay, Cube. Probably trying to fly out. Oh, okay, nice reception from Sol there.
Really nice recovery from Sol. I think the speed pads on the inside turn is really great for keeping up with the speed, keeping a high pace.
Oh, it's tight. It's really packed.
Did you see that pass from Sol? That was so nice. Please,
wonderful.
No.
No! No! Oh no, reset. Okay, no, it's fine.
He respawned straight in front of someone's railgun. And it shot them down. Oh no.
How to be vaccinated from a blade? Like that.
I feel so sorry for him. That's so rough. That's such a fortunate series of events.
Yeah, he made such a wonderful race before that. Okay, Redbeard. Ooh, Redbeard almost fell into the lava right there. I think Twin Mill hit its Churchill.
Not sure. I don't think Twin hit it.
Ooh,
one kill for Twin Mill.
Cube there.
I think it's
second kill.
Like what do you call it? I keep forgetting words. Currently looks like Twin K-Pack is in the lead by quite a big of a distance.
Almost a kilometer, I think.
It's almost, it's
a kilometer. It's a kilometer. Okay.
It's a kilometer. It's Shadow and Green Tea just neck and neck. I think they're both just trying to preserve weapons, trying to preserve.
Yeah, just to try.
Try and catch up.
To catch up on Kemak, but yeah, you don't want Kemak to be first because he will be for the rest of the race. So.
Yeah. We will see.
Ooh, that was. I liked how Shadow cut the road for Cube.
Yeah.
And I mean, since she did that, Cube is now last. That's perfect. Nice pure from Cube.
Taking up, it looks like it took out both Sol and Redbeard.
Yeah.
But we will see if it gets payback from both of them. Redbeard is slightly behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. No, that's over for Redbeard.
That is rough for Red. This is really.
Yeah.
I think this is definitely K-Max race to lose.
Ooh, yeah. There isn't even even a debate with that.
I don't think there's a way for Shadow to.
K-Max first.
K-Max should absolutely be first. Shadow should take second place here, and as long as there's no pew happening. I say pew, but it's the railgun weapon. There we go. Speaking English.
Fine. She might be first.
Sol with a disruptor.
First, congrats.
Ooh. I don't know if Sol can catch up to Red in time. Because Red is currently 8th. Cube finishing is 7th. Looks like... what do you call it? Looks like the... getting that shot onto Redbeard and Sol put them out of the race, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is. Ooh, K-Mac, 17 points in front of everyone. So.
Well, let's take a look at the standings, see how we're shaping up.
Did I feel them good? I think I did. Yes, I think I can be a professional filler now. Perfect.
Okay. That's
so.
The first thing I see is 3 straight victories for K-Mac. Someone revoke my speaking license, please.
That's fine. Yeah, K-Mac just warmed up during Serpent's run. Then on FIC he decided like, yeah, okay, come on, it's over. Outpost now. On Thermo, unfortunately, it's what Thermo rules, but he got a kill, so 9 points. And after that, he just, yeah, I'll be first. Fine, I'll do it myself. And boom. He did it himself. He's first with a big point in front of everyone. But, I mean, Shadow with 38 can still beat him. If K-Mac manages to get almost no points for the 3 races, and Shadow grabs good results, so
yeah,
that's not impossible, but that will be hard. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But Twin Mill, Shadow also has to be careful of Twin Mill there because he's just 2 points behind her.
Yeah.
And T-Cube is 10 points behind Twin, so he's almost safe. But Cube is almost at the number of points he needed to be in final, so that's great.
I think it will be interesting because we have this big stack between Cube, Aura, Green Tea, Rudy, and Redbeard that's within 7 points of each other, and
yeah,
they can all they are all trying to get as high a position as possible. Try just get a good ending before the final lap, build up some confidence before the finals. Make sure you're feeling great. More cat cabs.
Yeah. I mean, let's enjoy it once he still is there. So
Moving on to the third last track of the...
Alhatra Rivers, the Mad
Yeah.
Max track. I mean, it's not really the only Mad Max track now, since we have rushed with this weather too, but this is still the OG Mad Max track. But yeah, Alhatra Wastes Rivers, which we might call Alhatra Waste R. That might be easier for us since we can't speak tonight. But yeah, it's press forward to win. And don't forget to take the pill.
I really disagree. I really disagree. I think there's a... how do you call it? There's this... hold on. This turn right here. You know I talked about it last time? This is where you can lose a lot of time, but also gain a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's one of the... I would say it's one of the trickier turns to take in this game, just because you have to pass over a crest, and it has this weird angle that makes it very easy to start lifting out of the track, or lifting off the track and fly out to the sides.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I think... I think this is also one of the tracks where I really like airblades.
Yeah, I mean it's a bumpy one, so that makes sense.
While we have the time, let's use something we haven't shown off.
Oh yeah.
Until now. So, welcome to the 5th week, and now is the time when we start explaining airblades and rollers.
Yeah. So,
for those of you that don't know, we can see airblades here to the left, and we can see the quote-unquote rollers to the right. The main difference between them is how they handle. Airblades are slightly faster, slightly higher acceleration, but with a big weakness to weapons. Think of them like glass cannons. They're great for when you want to get high lap times, but you want to avoid combat. Yeah. Another great advantage that airblade have over rollers is because they are hovering. You have a quote-unquote longer grip range. Because as you can see, the Dominator airblade here is hovering, and between the vehicle's body and where it's hovering is its grip range. Let's see if I can get my hand. So if this right here on the top is the body, everything down to the ground, this entire area is where you have grip with an airblade.
Yeah, and it's really useful, especially with air tracks and stuff like that.
Alhatra Wastes is one of these tracks where having the additional range where your vehicle can grip onto, and like you can have longer range where you have grip, you can still steer, helps really out on very bumpy tracks, because the rollers, you need to have your wheels on the ground in order to steer, in order to not really accelerate, because the vehicles are so powerful they can accelerate in air. I mean, that's what happens when you put gigantic jet thrusters onto 4 wheels and call it a vehicle. So for like tracks like Alhatra Wastes, I really like the airblades.
Yeah, I totally get it too. That's pretty normal too, in my opinion.
So
But yeah, I don't think a lot of our races though will take another blades since it's pretty different to the rollers and
I think I don't think our races will take it. Here we have one,
yeah,
and here we have two.
yeah. Our classic races with their blades. We just miss blue and it's perfect.
We need blue and we need only.
Yeah, true.
And Cube showing off why you don't like combat.
I mean, it's red cube, don't go on it.
So, okay. How do you feel like? I mean, we have
The Shadow second. K-Mag going on time trial mode again.
I mean, for now. Just for now.
Yeah.
I think Shadow's definitely waiting for a...
Ah, no, Shadow! That was a wall. You can't drive in it. Woo! Okay, right, okay. You can't do shit. Okay, yeah, too bad for that. Ah, so sad for her.
That's rough.
I mean, yeah, that's rough, but it's the beginning of the...
It's a race.
Of this race, yeah.
Meanwhile, it's picking up assassins. I think this will get charged.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, just don't go in the tournament to launch vanilla assassins. You won't get allowed.
Yeah.
Ooh, charge Hydra there.
Charge Hydra. That's one of Red's classic moves. He really likes to charge. Yeah, he really likes to charge Hydra.
I mean, and he's right. Charge Hydras are a pain in the ass when you read it.
Yes. I mean, the only additional effect they have on the when they hit is that they ignored uncharged shields as well as Red Beard getting bombarded back.
And there you could see the reset magic where you can't reset, but I mean he was targeted by a Scorpion then, so that makes sense.
Meanwhile, it's everyone but K-Mac is super close and everyone is fighting.
Yeah.
It's a very classic fight in the back race.
Classic race.
Yeah.
I mean, this and K-Mac is a wonderful racer too, so that's really hard to catch up on him. He makes just tiny mistakes when he does, so.
Yeah. Well, it's. I also think it's difficult because as soon as someone is like one kill for Rudy, as soon as someone's Rudy killed Aura, as soon as someone tries to get away, everyone shoots second. So K-Mac keeps on getting further and further ahead, while no one can really like catch up to him because everyone keeps dragging each other down.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to like, okay, if we just all have a truce, we can just grab a charged assassin or two, smack K-Mac, and drag him back into the pack.
Yeah.
Nice jump from Shadow, trying to avoid the Hydra.
Yeah, nice bump on the blue wall though. So she lost almost no time there.
Yeah.
Shadow is having a really good race. Okay, Soul, Energy in last. Okay.
Oh, here we see like
nice one.
Nice usage of the blue barriers to just keep on going from a Soul. I think in the future try and take this turn from the right outside, go into the middle and end up to the right.
Yeah.
He's currently chased by
Crash.
I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Let's see how are things looking up.
Red beat 5th. Okay, that's cool.
We have Cube in front of him, and I'm not sure if he wants to. It's the final lap.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'll be able to hit it. No, that will be pretty hard to hit T-Cube.
Also, I think whenever you charge a weapon to upgrade it, you lose it costs speed.
Yeah.
So I think he got out of shooting range from Cube by charging this weapon.
Yeah, I think too.
Shadow was allowed to get away and just time trailed it into victory. Followed by Cube.
Cube, red. Wait, green tea red? Green tea red, okay.
Green tea, red, blue, Sol, and then Rude in last place.
Red, blue. Okay. Oh, that's interesting results. Well, I mean, K-Mac is almost unbeatable right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if someone is surprised there, but yeah, it's yeah. I mean, nothing changed. I think no, nothing changed. So no, never mind. Something changed. Rudy is in front of Redbeard now.
Yeah.
If I didn't make any mistake while filling up the score sheet.
No.
I did. Okay, never mind. I did some mistakes. I definitely did. No, never mind. I'm just blind. Don't worry. It's fine.
I would recommend checking your site. You can do it as the closest, like Optiker.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
I have to take an appointment for my glasses since at least 5 years, but I still didn't. So, yeah, I really have to do it, but I'm pretty sure he'll see me and say like, "Hey, you have multiple eyes, so yeah, I have to put you big glasses."
I think Siren brought up a good point here in the chat that K-Mac might break the highest
he definitely
record.
can, yeah. He definitely can. There is still 2 maps.
Yeah.
And just with 1 map, he can beat it.
It will be interesting to see. I think K-Mac is definitely benefiting from everyone shooting in the...
Definitely.
Shooting in the back. Also unfortunate that Shadow had a Scorpion, was waiting for a better opportunity, and then crashed and couldn't hit.
Yeah, and she was hit right after, so that didn't help at all. Okay, coming next, the Sand Bretzel. So Naptha Valley.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanted oil, this is the one. So yeah, it's a tricky map. It's a tricky map.
It's tricky map.
As you could see there. I can't imagine how long it took you to make that map.
Long time. I think I spent a few hours just trying to outline it, trying to get a good idea of how it should look. There's a lot of small overlapping paths. I'm trying to figure out which goes where, but
yeah.
I want to show off the one of the few destructible events that we have on this track. At the end of the track, you can shoot at this metal bar here, and it will drop down to obstacles, like 2 metal ramps. That if you hit them, you will really fly.
Yeah, you don't want to hit them. You really don't want to hit them.
It really don't block off a path, but it makes it more difficult to take the paths that require going that far onto the outside. So let's show off 2 of the paths. First path is the far left. You take the wall ride, you go far left here. There's a small opening with a half pipe and a bunch of speed pads, as well as some pickups. It's great if you need to have entered the next step with a lot of speed. But it's slightly slower, but if you have a lot of speed, if you have a firestorm, you can gain a lot of speed and probably take the turn with a lot of momentum. This is the path I took when I first learned the track. You go onto this ramp, you land onto this like collided, what do you call it?
Dish supply
Ruined
platform?
This.
No.
It's a path you can take. I can't. It's a like not demolished road, but like ruined road, I would say.
Yeah.
It's pickup. It's quite simple. It's quite straight. It's not super recommended, but it works. Meanwhile, we have one of the paths where you're required to make a manual jump. So you go after this metal beam, you jump, and the pickup at the end contains a guaranteed firestorm.
Oh, okay, nice. I didn't know that.
So it can be good to keep in mind if you're like, I desperately need a firestorm. And you think that firestorm can make up for the time loss.
Yeah.
Then we have the two paths to the left. The first one is the fastest path that we know of as yet. Just take it as far left as possible. It can be a little bumpy, and getting down to the far left path can be tricky because you need to have the correct angle. You don't want to spin out when landing, but it's fun. It's a challenge. It's this speed pad right here that makes it fast. Because it's a short distance with a lot of speed. From here on you go even further left, up onto this sign with arrows.
Whoa, okay.
And you hit it and it will send you flying up onto this. They seem to learn.
Okay. I never saw that. Okay, that's good.
It's tricky. It's one of the trickier paths to take. There's a high risk of crashing and lose a lot of speed. The landing is also tricky. But I think that if you can nail it, it will be very good.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, and let's go for...
It's a high risk, high reward, I would say.
A technical issue, don't worry. That's the usual.
The usual. Welcome to Get Excellence Production. How can we help you?
Another one for the cube. No, that's fine.
That's fine. Looks like everyone was out for cube at the start.
Yeah. I mean, they were all for him, but he didn't charge shield in lead, so that was a bit rough.
I don't think he had a shield.
No, he didn't.
That's one of the rough things with the start of Naptha Valley, because you get funneled into this choke point, and when you when people start just shooting everything they have at you, you will probably get blown out of the track. And it can be very difficult to avoid.
Yeah. Sol did a really nice charging there because he charged during the wall ride.
Yeah.
Oh, Shadow. So he could just slow down what he... it was just enough, so that was great. Shadow took a big chunk of that TMP, unfortunately. Redbeard Twin Rinty 2. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it made everyone here at the front catch up to each other. And here we can see the choke point that I was talking about. People shoot their hydras, the green swirling missiles. Just hoping it will hit
almost
you.
A great guaranteed hit, yeah.
Yeah.
I like red position to join. That's perfect. He's like, come on. Fuck it. While blue are being last and freshly. Oh yeah, that map in VR might not be that easy.
Like, one of the... Oh no. One of the
Oof.
annoying sections with this
Oh,
long
not happy.
long wall ride section is that it can be tricky to see what's ahead, and with the VR,
Yeah.
imagine being allowed to... How do you say it?
Ooh, Soul third, nice.
Nice. Imagine being able to look up and see what's ahead. So currently
Oh,
it's Twin Mill first,
yeah.
Redbeard, Shadow, and Sol.
And
K-Mac
Mac.
is also
And
here.
Mac,
K-Mac have the rough race
Mm.
this time around.
He had a rough start, yeah.
Had a rough start. Looks like he's going to make up for it now.
Yeah, but he took a lot of damage, apparently. Yeah, ooh, he's in
That
Spark,
was
so...
so nice. That was so...
Yeah, that was wonderful.
We totally don't want to see new people succeed. There's no biased casting here.
No, of course, we just prefer people to be in the back. That's how we work. Ooh, nice MP. Ooh, no, so...
That's so unfortunate.
Ah.
I think it would have been slightly slower. He would have avoided the EMP effect and what do you say?
Probably, yeah.
Probably been fine.
Probably, yeah.
This hairpin is really scary because if you get shot here, you will fly out of the track, almost guaranteed. So you need to be careful, check your surroundings, see who you have behind you. Oh, that's a really... K-Mac, so what happened here was that K-Mac passed Redbeard last second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why the assassin didn't catch him up.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, a lot of people are smoking. Ooh, that can be free kills.
Is this a free kill for
Twin
Red?
mill, twin mill.
One for Twin,
Yeah,
one
okay.
for Red. That's a double kill. Meanwhile, however, I think we are on the final lap. Shadow is chasing...
Yeah. Ooh, why? Okay. Yeah. She's chasing K-Mac, but that will be really hard to catch up on him.
I mean, it's still possible. We can still get the... They can still be charged assassins. They can still... A lot of things can still happen.
That will be hard there. We will have already see the assassin coming its way.
Yeah. Aura's currently just behind the rest of the pack, trying to stay close as we are getting into the final section. Looks like K-Mac secured first. Shadow should secure second.
Yeah, Green Tea third.
Looks like Green Tea.
Nice.
No.
No. Red.
Red got shot by Cube, and Cube overtook Redbeard.
Fuck. No. Oh, poor Redbeard there. That's an awful. That's just awful. Minus 10 points for T-Cube.
I mean, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that, but...
That's so sad for Redbeard. I'm not thinking too hard, yeah, because you are just a bad person, T-Cube. That's just how it works.
I mean, you're still allowed to, like... I think you should have a shot. I still think it's great from Cube, because at the end,
no, it was a good move.
You take the position you get. Like, if you see someone in front of you at the finish line, you just take them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want the best position you can get.
Okay, so, well, Zyron, your score is beaten.
Yeah.
Your score is definitely beaten. No, it is. It's beaten. Blue did a 69 last week. And K-Mac is right now at 71 points. So, yes, that's a new record.
New record! Okay, so... I think without a doubt, this is K-Mac's victory with 5 straight victories.
Yeah. I mean, except
Shadows?
if he goes back in time, but I don't think he can do it.
Oh yeah,
Shadow is almost as sure to be second too, I think.
I think so as well. Shadow
But
Shadow got
it's
3
fighting.
second places in a row as well, which is
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
good.
consistency.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think we have our top 3 positions locked into this race.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's Cube, it's Green Tea, and it's Aura that I think are fighting for
Yeah, for the 4th place.
4th place at the moment.
And
Might
I
be
think
tricky for Aura because Aura is 7 points behind, so Aura needs to do really well, and Cube needs to do. How do you speak? Cube needs to do bad, and Aura needs to do well in order for Aura to pass Cube.
it will be pretty hard since, I mean,
Yeah,
T-Cube, he's not in great shape today, but he's still performing well, so yes.
he's performing well. It's currently a lobby where what do you call where K-Mac is running around. K-Mac is just running away with all of the games somehow.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
it just came back. It's one of the greatest races that the game has in its history. I mean, he's not doing a lot of time trials, but when it's just for combat racing, he's just murdering it, as said in just chat. And yes, of course, it's legal. It's pirate
yeah,
racing there, so of course everything is legal. But
I,
yeah, I mean, just I mean, some people might not know, but there was a game named Blur, and K-Mac was one of the semi-professional racers in this game, if I remember correctly. So K-Mac has a history with the
yeah.
racing game, so that's also a reason why he's so strong. But twin killing everyone is just a twin.
Yeah.
This is just true.
So coming into the last track of the show tonight, we have Yuri Industrial Rev.
Yep. So you know how it works with Yuri Industrial. Different weathers for everyone. Chaos everywhere because the track is almost too narrow for one car.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just your classic Yuri there.
Get onto the get in the line for the conga line, and we just dance along the track.
Yeah.
We will see how it goes. How it goes, what happens is there's a lot of tricks that you can do on this track. It's also quite bumpy, so I heard some Red talking about going for an airblade, and I don't disagree with that choice actually. I think it's
it may be a good pick, but if you're not used to an airblade, just stick to the water, is my opinion. Even if come on, English broken. Even if an airblade is better on Yuri, but yeah, I don't know.
I really like the airblades just because you can ignore so much of the bumpy terrain. You can like just coming up here like this jump. You charge up a jump, you jump up onto this upper tunnel here, and I hate doing this trick with a roller just because it's so difficult. Because at the start, where you're supposed to jump, there's a lot of small tiny bumps, and in a roller, one of your wheels will lift and you can't jump.
Yeah.
But in an airblade, it just charge up the jump, you get into the tunnel, easy peasy, works every time, like a charm.
I mean, but they are flying, so that's cheating.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like I said, it's the upside. You can't handle combat, but you have a lot of like other advantages.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
That's kind of why I recommend airblades for new people, because as a new person you don't know, there's a lot of interactions between all of the pickups, all of the weapons that you can do in rollers that takes a lot of time and a lot of practice to pull off. So most of the time in a roller you just get hit by a weapon and you fly and you reset. And you can do that in an airblade as well, so why don't have what's it called? Why don't have higher top speed, higher grip range, more acceleration? Like, if you can't utilize the strengths of a roller, just go with an airblade, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless the track is really not suited for an airblade.
I mean, this was the first track made, so yeah, of course, airblade were not on the table in 2015.
Yeah, game is old.
Oh
Game
yeah.
is...
Oh yeah. Game is old, and we are aging too.
How
But
do you
at
feel,
least
Grandpa
the game
Simply?
won't take with us.
How do you feel, Grandpa Simply, playing the game since it came out?
You know, in my time we had a shortcut on Yuri and it was fine.
Hold on, you said the shortcut? You mean this one?
No. Well, this one, but not in reverse.
But in reverse, yes.
Yeah, not in normal. Yeah, but that makes me crazy that you can still take it in reverse.
I wish it was easier.
Okay, so someone wants to see the scoreboard sheet apparently.
Yeah.
Sending it on the Discord. And apparently the race is starting.
Race is starting. It's the final race. It would be interesting to see, like, can K-Mac get his... what you could say? Can he get
it would be its 6th race in a row if he's first.
Yes.
Nice camera from Lou there. What the fuck? Okay.
Meanwhile, Cubit.
Oh, and the Blade Rhino. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, that's a shitty car for reverse, but I like it. So that's plus 5 points for DQ.
Also, this in one as
well.
A Rhino as well.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. We have this currently like a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
Going on. Shit. Oof.
Ooh, the touch in there. Ooh, that's deadly. I mean, I can't see shit, but I can see that it's red in its damage. So she might be at 80 or 90% there.
I think Shadow's at 90. Okay. That looks to be a high 90%. And I think this is... Oh no.
And she's definitely dead there. Nice try to dodge. That's a nice try, yeah.
That's a kill for Rudy. That's unfortunate.
That's fine. I mean, it's in lap 2, so...
It's in lap 2. It's a limited race.
Okay,
another
so
kill for Rudy.
Oh. Okay, come on. Why Rhino Headley? Oh, I think Twin is in a Rhino. Yeah, Twin with the classic Rhino. Perfect. Plus 10 points for the Twin.
Seemed like the races, some of the races were like, yeah, let's take a Rhino.
Yeah.
It's the final race.
Already? Okay.
I think Cube's shield paid off for Rudy.
Oh yeah, definitely. 3 kills and it's just the start of lap 3.
Whoa, so someone else looking. How are things? So Shadow's currently first.
Cube is first, yeah, Shadow is second.
Oh, yeah. I can't read the score sheet.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's late. Okay, so yeah, look at the weather for Sol. He can't see shit. The other ones, it's sunny, it's fine.
Sol with the Atom Airblade.
Yeah, why not? I mean, why not? But you want speed on Yuri, so...
I mean, it.
Well, you want top speed.
I also think comfort is important. Like,
Yeah, of course. Of course it is. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Not
so
that bad.
looks like this is Shadow's race to get away with.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Blue Aura point of view is
Currently not the
broken.
best, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Ziren continue in the chat. I mean,
I can.
for change.
So, green tea is second. No?
Ooh, what was that? A Churchill into a Churchill?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think this will be very, very tight. Like, we are on lap 4.
Yeah.
You can still catch up. I think you can still catch Shadow, but it will be tough. Cube having no weapon, no defensive pickups would be... What do you call
Yeah,
it?
it's really hard.
Will make it very
Really hard
difficult for him.
to stay alive.
Yeah.
Ah, Soul 5th, nice. If he can keep it, that will be his only race when he didn't end the 8th or last.
I believe.
That will be great.
I believe in Soul because I want to believe in Soul.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, nice, Red, nice.
1 kill for Red onto Cube. So we had four kills this race so far. Currently it's Shadow, Twin Mill, Green Tea in top 3 positions, with Red, Soul, Red, Blue, Aura and Soul chasing them. Now can look like Aura is just bombarding Redbeard. Can he catch back up?
Hold on. Oh. Okay, my god. I put 10 kills for Shadow.
That's not correct, but okay.
I mean, that's still good in points meta.
Yeah.
Okay,
so Soul finishing
nice.
5th.
Green, blue, Soul.
So, with that being the final, like...
Wait, where is K-Mac?
K-Mac is lost. K-Mac came lost in that race.
Yeah, he just wanted to to chill out a bit. I can understand that.
I mean, I think he got caught up in the fighting and, like, died.
We have a tiebreaker, ladies and gentlemen, for the 4th place.
Oh. Let's see.
I like the score sheet.
For what position? Wait, I'm
For the
looking at the
4th
wrong...
place.
I'm looking at the wrong... Never mind, don't mind me.
That's a classic. It's fine.
It goes to Green Tea. Let's bring up the standings.
Yeah.
So...
So we have K-Mac with 72 points, ending tonight's event like he started it, so with back place. Following Shadow, which made a wonderful week, except that last place on Acro. Twin made also a wonderful week with a lot of kills because, well, it's Twin. Green Tea being 4th, winning the tiebreaker because he has more podiums than T-Cube. So congrats Green Tea for that 4th place. T-Cube with 38 points, he might be able to go into the finals to take the place of Ama if everything is fine. Blue Aura with 34 points. It was a meh week for Blue Aura this week, but he still managed to do good. Redbeard tiebreaker with Rudy. I didn't saw that, but Redbeard has one podium, so that makes him the 7th, Rudy being the 8th, and Sol being the last player of tonight's event. So congrats to all our competitors tonight. It was quite a show tonight.
It really was a show tonight. Will be interesting to see like how things shake up in the finals.
Yeah.
And see like
Ooh. Ooh, I can see stuff. What
so
advice did I get?
let's see. I'm currently working on organizing the finals.
Yeah,
Final
great.
standing position, see who gets into the finals, and it is tight.
It is. It
Is
really is.
everything okay? I think we got it. There we go. So, with this,
Whoa.
you need. There we go. Let's bring it all up.
So
So,
now let's reveal our finalists for this event. Ooh, I can already imagine the show that we'll have. I think I'll have to prepare a lot of water.
let's see. Did I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
It's fine. It's fine. You have it. Everything is good.
Everything is not good.
Wait.
Everything is not
No. It's
updated
not
on the
refreshed.
score
It's
sheet.
not refreshed.
As usual. Okay, hold on. Direct.
Rara, come on.
Come on.
Don't go kill
Let's.
yourself. You did a good week. You did a good week.
Okay, there we go. There we go. That's the final standings. So, final cutoff into the finals would be
Wow.
everyone would be Shadow, Siren, K-Mac, Blue, Twin Mill only, Blue Aura, Redbeard, and T-Cube, nailing it out at the end. Before people
Congrats.
ask, in order to qualify for the finals, you need to participate in
Hold on,
3
Redbeard. I'm
or
going
more
to look
weeks.
for my cat. You want the mascot? I'm going to go search the ag. I'm coming back.
So unfortunately for Green Tea, even if he performed really well, he said he would have to participate in another week in order to qualify for the finals, which is unfortunately, but sometimes life is what it is. I still want to
And back.
welcome back. I still want to thank like Green Tea, Sobel, Rudy, and Amar for showing up, because I think
Yeah. Yeah, they did good.
They did good. It's a rough.
Yeah, it was a rough event with a lot of great player, and I think for Sol it wasn't that easy since it was its first, I think, tournament on the grip, or maybe he's doing the AMG stuff. But no, Sol did he did great. Honestly, he did great. We saw how good he did. So yeah, I just hope we can see him on a later tournament, because I'm pretty curious to see what he's gonna be.
What do you call it? I completely lost what I was about to say.
That's fine.
I mean, not like it's a big deal. I think if you're Sol, you should still be happy with the results, in my opinion. Like, if you came into this tournament with like only having played for 2 months, I think that's fantastic results.
Yeah.
I would not have put up these results if I had played for 2 months. When I had played for 2 months, I still got smashed even harder than this. which is it's unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is. We have a lot of people who have played a lot of grip.
Yeah. I mean the game is old, so a lot of people have a lot of hours in it.
Oh yes.
Because just remember something. It's not because a game is supposedly dead. It's not with that no one is playing it. So that's something a lot of people forget. So
Yeah.
So, can I maybe just put a word to something?
Yeah.
The game is out on GOG since yesterday, I think, with
Oh,
almost all its DLC and almost all its map. It's just lacking Jekna and it's just missing the Rango as the car. So it's on €5 on GOG right now. So if you just want to take the game with DRM-free policy and stuff, well, just go on it and put a review on it. I think that can be that KGM might appreciate it. Sorry for the little ad, but I just thought that that would have been good stuff. Anyway, let's just go back to analyze stuff.
Yeah. So coming into finals will be 12 races, and it will be. I had a document where I had people enter in which track they rank the tracks within each planet, so it will be the 3 most popular tracks from each planet.
Okay.
So
So we really have to bring coffee then.
It should be. It should just be the quote-unquote fan favorites for the finals. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, but what happens if no, never mind. No, that was something. No. Just my mind is saying like because I'm tired, but don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah. So we will see how it goes for the what happens in the finals. See what.
Yeah, it will be really interesting to see Shadow, Zarian, K-Mac, and Blue fight for the first place because I'm pretty sure it will be between those four. I think.
I would
Are the
think
most
so as
regular.
well. I mean, I think Rogue will have a great momentum coming into the finals. Just sure, last race wasn't what you expected, but like rest of the week was fantastic.
Yeah,
So we will
definitely.
see. We will see what happens in the finals. Who will be there and so on. And I think it should be really fun.
Yeah, can you remember us when it is?
It's on the 3rd of July.
Okay.
I think that's the correct. It's the. It's in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So it should be.
It's,
make sure to
you
be
still
there.
have time to practice.
So I have 1 week left, 1 week's break, and then we have the finals.
Dope.
I'm.
Nice.
We will see.
Shadow and K-Mac. I mean, yeah, Shadow and K-Mac are really good players.
I think Shadow, K-Mac, and Siren are like probably top 3 to win it, but I see K-Mac
in 2 weeks already.
practicing a lot in the like online multiplayer. So if K-Mac keep this up, I'm sure he can take it.
Yeah.
But,
Is there a reward, by the way, for the winner of the Dragon Pro Grand Prix?
There is. Of course, the honor of winning, as well as if you are in the Grip Discord and don't already have the champions tag,
Yeah.
you will receive it. the everyone who places in top 3 will be rewarded with a special tournament wheels branded with not wheels, rims that are gold.
Okay. Yeah, I think Red Beard, yeah, that the
Yes.
final is a tournament in its own, yeah.
Points are
Yeah,
reset
also
for the
there is a...
finals.
Hmm.
So don't worry, you still have
Yeah.
because finals is supposed to be like all the best players in the same lobby. So we will see. It should be. I think it will be really interesting to see, and I hope it will get some really exciting races.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will be really fun.
We
So,
will see,
yeah.
but we have impact
Oh,
for the finals, so I expect that to be a lot of kills.
yeah. Please more kills. This week was low. At least redeem by 3 at the end, so we have 11. But that might be one of the few weeks.
Let's see.
Wait.
11.
Week 1, 9. Ah, never mind. Okay, week 1. Yeah, you were just cold feet. 17 on Jatra. 12 on Solar System 2. And the last week was Lee, I think. Yeah, 19th.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, never mind. Yeah, Red Beard. You can have podium. Don't worry.
So
You
yeah,
definitely can.
we will see how it goes. The finals will most likely be stacked, so make sure you bring your A game. It will be.
Or your S game if you can then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just target your S game in your B plus game if you are just tired, but or your A minus.
Yeah.
But yeah, just do your best. But I'm sure every one of our competitors will bring the best.
So yeah, I think that's it for this week.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Yeah. No final words. I guess we will round this out. So I'm Ryu. This is Simly. We will be back for the finals. So I hope you tune in, watch us, and get to see some very exciting races. I hope.
Oh yeah, I think we will. Thanks everyone. Thanks for you. And thanks, Excellency, for granting us the access of this channel. That was fun, as always. And well, have a great weekend and have a great week. And see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.